Hey guys, it's New Life OP here. So I took part in a 100 players Minecraft event. It was supposed to be 100 players rebuild the Dream SMP, but it sort of got chaotic and turned into a last man standing sort of Hunger Games event. Now, in the first stage, we were supposed to build something from the Dream SMP. It could be anything. I was either gonna build a Technoblade's house which is this right here, or Rambu's house, which is this over here. And I decided, after a bit, that I was going to do Rambu's house because it was a bit easier aside from these quartz blocks, which we couldn't really get to the nether. We couldn't get to the nether, so I couldn't use quartz. And the other hard part was diorite, because we were doing this in survival. And glass. I was able to get the stone brick just fine, but I kind of picked a little alcove next to a little lake, and I started building a platform, and the lake was right next to a cliff, which is why I decided to do Rambu's house instead of Technoblades, because Rambu's house actually does go into a cliff. And I also thought we would have a lot more time to build this, like even a couple of days. Foolishly I thought. And as I was digging for this, there were a couple people around me. Luckily, they were really nice. They were builders. And they would come see what I was doing, and I wrote, I am trying to build either Technoblade, does not fit, Technoblade, or Rambu's house. So I put this along with New Life OP. Oops. Along like this on my little dirt platform. So I sort of wanted people to know that I sort of claimed this spot. And right beside it was a little cave. Emphasis on little. I was carving that out to get stone. And you guys have to know, I'm a very slow Minecraft builder. Like, I would not be able to do speedruns because I need to take my time to kind of think things through, basically. And I've yet to defeat the Ender Dragon in a survival multiplayer world. Like, as long as I've had Minecraft, which is a while, to say the least. I got it in elementary school. I've never done it. So yeah, I decided to do this. I was low on wood, but luckily they were kind of dropping a bunch of material kind of all over the server. Or at least the lake I was beside, just a whole bunch of material just started appearing in the lake. So I would go collect that. I would leave alone the other builders' stuff around me, which is cool because they left my stuff alone. Like, they would come up and they would read the hang on, let me take off my elytra. So they would read the sign, and then they would look at me, and then they would leave, which I thought was really cool. It was like really respectful. And so we kind of had a mutual agreement, and then I was growing trees on my little patch of land. And while I was doing that, I was also set up a chest, a furnace, and I was just getting supplies, and no one messed with my chest, which is also really cool. And I came back, and I watched someone plant like a whole bunch of birch trees, which is fine, because it was just a little patch of land, and I, figured they would just needed some wood. And yeah, I wasn't really doing anything with it. So, as I was digging for stone, also I was right next to the border. Like, right next to the border. As I was carving out the cave, I ran into the border. So I was digging alongside the border, underground, and then I realized I could use diorite. Polished diorite to use as the pillar. And that's when everything, as I was collecting the diorite, that's when everything started going crazy. Because he announced, okay everyone, it's time for stage 2. Sort of a fight to the death type deal. He gave everyone poison, which I survived because he gave everyone 16 potatoes, which I happened to have because I got a whole bunch of meat from the lake that were dropped. And so I hid in a hole, just dug myself into a hole. Probably shouldn't have used that as the example. Hang on. I dug myself into a hole and put stone above me, like this. Not really a something I needed to demonstrate, but just trying to get into the zone. And I had poison. And so I was just eating potatoes, like baked potatoes. Eating potatoes. Like a madman. And, I survived the poison, and then he's like, okay, round 3, Doomsday, I'm gonna drop TNT everywhere. Which made me panic, because I was underground. And if I ever seen anything, if it was like anything like L'Manberg, I know that the TNT can get really, really deep. So I started digging down just like as fast as I could, putting stone above me. And this was like really funny because I think he said it was, don't quote me on this, I think he said it was 30,000 he was trying to set off at once, or 10,000, or 300, but it crashed the server for a good, I want to say 15 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't know, it felt like a long time because I was frantically trying to log in constantly. And after that was fixed, after a very long time, he said, okay, let's just skip to stage 4, which is just fight to the death. And I'm gonna be shrinking the border. Isn't that fun? Now, remember, I am right next to the border. Like, right next to it. So I frantically start crafting stone pickaxes. Just like a whole bunch of these. That was a fail. Just a whole bunch of stone pickaxes, like, it filled up, like this, part of my inventory, like the whole bottom half and a bit of the top, because I had a whole bunch of stone left over because I was collecting stone for Rambu's house. And I started digging, like, as fast as I could, and the border, actually, the funny thing, I started digging, like, this way, and I actually realized I was building towards the border, so I was wasting time trying to get away from it, because, like, it popped up. So I turned around and I just booked it. And then I hit the most annoying thing ever. Gravel! Now I had a whole bunch of pickaxes, I didn't have any shovels. And I used, like, I made a shovel, but it still wasn't fast enough because, you know, the border's coming, and I'm trying to get past this gravel, except, you know how gravel is, it's just, you know, you're trying to do that, like, get through it, and it just does that. So, I was trying to go around it, but the border's coming, so I don't think I have enough time to get around the gravel patch, so I tried to, emphasis on try, because this is where things go wrong, I try to make a torch. I know I'm just doing a wonderful recreation. Try to make a torch so I can do the whole gravel and torch trick, because that would be a lot faster, right? Too late. I was behind the border, I went here behind the border. As you guys may know, you can't do anything and you start suffocating in walls. And so, I respawned. We all got 3 quotes in the air canonic lives, so after you die after the 3rd time, you get banned from the server. And I respawned in the middle of chaos. I was able to actually break stone with, because I was frantically trying to find a place to hide, because I am a builder, not a fighter. I was trying to find a place to hide, and I was able to break stone with my fist. And I got under, right? Except I didn't have any tools with me, so I had an empty inventory. And I ended up, and because, you know, when you break stone with your fist, you don't collect it. And I ended up getting trapped in my hole because the border was still shrinking. Oh, crap, I ran into Rambu's house. That didn't happen. Anyway, so the border, I got trapped in the hole and the border killed me again. And so I ended up in the midst of chaos again, except the border was extremely small. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna show up in the video, but I think I made it to the last 20 or 15 or so. And I actually thought, oh hey, I can do this. I just gotta, you know, do Dodgebolt. And I was just kind of like jumping around like crazy trying to avoid everyone. I didn't, again, had empty inventory. And so I was just trying to I was just trying to jump around on this little tiny plateau. It was more like up here, basically. But on this little tiny plateau with like, so many other players. And I was actually avoiding them somehow. And then I made the mistake of trying to dig another hole. And it killed me because I was trying to break stone with my fist, which let me stand still long enough for me. Anyway, I was jumping around on that little platform, and then I try to dig down, and then I got killed and banned because that was my last life. So I don't know if I'm gonna be in the video or not. Maybe in the last part where I was frantically jumping in a circle. Just for reference, this is my skin. So I was just jumping around in a circle. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be in the video because I was underground most of the time. But that's sort of my story and how my side of things went in the event. And it was hosted by Animagician, just so everyone knows. I will be sharing the video when it comes out, and I'm excited to see if I show up at all, just because I did make it pretty far into it, like I said, the last 20 or 15, and for a minute I thought I could actually win it. So that's my story of the time I participated in a 100-player event, a YouTuber I actually follow, so that was really fun. And yeah. Oh, I built Rambo's house, by the way. My sister built Phil's and Technoblade's house, and sorry about my voice, I am getting over a cold, and it's a real cold, not the other big bad. So that's why my voice is a little scratchy. But yeah. So that's what I've been up to. And the event happened last Saturday on the 29th, I believe. Also, in other news, I just think it's really cool that my sister is a really good builder, and we now have Technoblades in Phil's house to kind of hang out in. I still need a... Rambo's house is technically not complete, but... yeah, so this is sort of... My sister also did the landscaping as well. Anyway, that's the story of me participating in a 100-player event of rebuilding the Dream SMP that kind of turned into a free-for-all, a last man standing, and basically just a battle royale. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring. Hope this all records okay, and this is NeilFOP signing out. Bye, guys!